It's another match day in Concacaf Nations League. We come to from Oranjestad, Aruba, and Trinidad Stadium. We are all set for first kick between Puerto Rico and Sint Maarten. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be with you. It is a very warm day, 91 degrees, but that breeze should make it just a little bit more bearable for the players out on the field. Hopefully, the rain will stay away this evening and as we get into the night as well. So one more game to come up tonight. That will be between Haiti and Aruba. This is what the standings look like in League B and Group C. Haiti is a perfect 3-0 through their opening matches. And so far for Sint Maarten and Puerto Rico, they have their own challenges going into this match day. These two teams just faced each other the other day, so it's the return game, if you will, although all the games in this group being played right here at Trinidad Stadium in Aruba. Last time out for Sint Maarten and Puerto Rico, it was a back-and-forth game. It was Puerto Rico that actually scored the first goal of the game, that coming in the second minute. But it was Giovanni Amat Carrillo who was really the player to look towards for Sint Maarten. He scored a brace on the day, scoring in the 44th minute and then the 85th minute with a penalty. Emar Court scored in the 49th minute, and then in the end was a consolation goal for Alec Diaz, 90+5, trying to salvage maybe just a little bit of goal difference for Puerto Rico. The players are taking to the field now this afternoon in Oranjestad as we are getting set for first kick. League B Group C action. We are all set to go, and we'll hear both national anthems, and we'll build you up to first kick from Trinidad Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Sint Maarten.
Building you up to first kick today from Stadion Aruba and Trinidad Stadium. The first of two matches from this venue today, both in League B and Group C. As we get a little bit closer to first kick, final handshakes between the two teams. And a look at our starting lineups today. We'll start with Charlie Trout starting 11 for Puerto Rico. 4 changes from the last game earlier in this window. Coming into the lineup, Marcos Villanueva, Alec Diaz, will also be Adrian Rosario and Ignacio Antonetti Lopez. It is Diaz, both Diaz's, and Antonio Lopez who have the goals scored as part of the roster today. This is a Puerto Rican side that has scored 4 goals in their 3 matches. They're trying to increase that goal total coming into play today. These teams took to the field on Friday and now a couple days off and now right back to it here this afternoon. Our referee from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Moeth Gaines. It will also be Quincy Williams as our 4th official, split between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Trinidad and Tobago. The 2 captains for their respective sides, Nico Cardona of Puerto Rico and Kay Gerritsen of Sint Maarten. For Sint Maarten and head coach Piet de Jong, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. No changes into the starting lineup today from Friday's 3-2 win over Puerto Rico. The player to watch in the starting lineup, Giovanni Amat Carrillo, in the previous 3 matches so far in Nations League, 2 goals and 2 assists. Imar Court also with a goal. A player to watch on the bench is Gerwin Lake, who has 18 goals scored in his international career. Almost set for kickoff today from Aruba. It is Puerto Rico in the black kits today, and in all white, it is Sint Maarten. Puerto Rico looking for a little bit of revenge, you'd have to think, this afternoon, as they try to get things back on level terms in the standings with Sint Maarten going into the final 2 matches of Nations League coming up in November. Joel Serrano in goal today for Puerto Rico. It's Tyrell Richardson in goal for Sint Maarten. Just waiting for the top of the hour, and Moeth Gaines' whistle will get us underway. There is the whistle, and we are underway on this Monday afternoon from Stadion Aruba. It's Puerto Rico and Sint Maarten. And already Puerto Rico under some duress early on in terms of defending, as Sint Maarten is on the front foot to start. This is played down the line. Pata plays it up to the back post, and this wind is going to play a factor today in this game. There's just so much of it whipping around, and when you talk to coaches really at any level, they'll say wind is one of the more difficult conditions to play in. So that is something for both teams to manage in this game today. And already some pressure on Joel Serrano as he has to get rid of possession. Puerto Rico coming through the middle. This is a Puerto Rican side that didn't have the best of starts, although the favorites in this group are going to be Haiti. They are so far running rampant through this group. It was Puerto Rico losing a 4-1 contest on the first match day of this group, but Puerto Rico is able to come back. Antonetti scoring a goal on September 9th in the 1-0 win against Aruba. The first 2 match days of this group were played at the Mayaguez Athletics Stadium in Mayaguez, Puerto Rico. And now match days 3 and 4 being played here at Trinidad Stadium in Oranjestad. Puerto Rico looking to come forward again and play it down the line. Nothing doing. Pata stepped in as Sint Maarten is looking for some space in field. Now Puerto Rico, their first attack coming forward. They'll just look to keep the ball. And you look at some of the stats from the game the other day. Puerto Rico had 68% possession, yet they were outshot 16-11. Sint Maarten had 9 shots on target and scoring 3 goals, including a penalty. You also look at the accurate passes. How about 404 of them for Puerto Rico to just 166 for Sint Maarten. Sint Maarten made their possession count when they got it. Another whistle here, and it's a free kick going to Sint Maarten. A Sint Maarten side that is playing in League B for now the 2nd straight Nations League. The first 2 editions of Nations League, they started out in Group C. They finally got the promotion after the 2022-23 edition. The same goes for Puerto Rico. First 2 editions in League C, and now in League B for the 2nd straight edition. Some contact there, and another free kick on the way for this Sint Maarten side. Another look at it, just that contact coming from behind. And a free kick on the way for Sint Maarten. And it looks like Giovanni Amat Carrillo is going to be taking this. It was Imar Court who was brought down. Everybody ready now for the first set piece of this game. Carrillo is ready. He delivers. The header comes away from goal, and this is out of play. It's a goal kick now for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico get it back in play through their captain Nico Cardona. Currently plays for Miami FC in the USL Championship in the United States. That ball was just kept in play by Darren Rios. And all the way back to Tyrell Richardson, the 21-year-old, who gets another start in goal for Sint Maarten today. Looking centrally again. It was Gerald Diaz who couldn't quite close down that space, and Cardona will have to turn it all the way back for Joel Serrano once again. Floated forward, another header away, but a second ball picked up by Alec Diaz. And now moved off to the far side. Looking in field, a shot coming on. And Tyrell Richardson watches this one go wide. A good opportunity early on for Wilfredo Rivera. Rivera, the 21-year-old, cutting in on that left foot. A man who plays for Orlando City B in MLS Next Pro in the USL Championship. was a near miss. Play this forward again, and Puerto Rico get it back under their spell. And this game starting very similarly to how it played out on Friday between these two sides. This is the window where you get the double matchups, just how it works in terms of the scheduling. So these teams get to know each other very well over the course of about 4 days. Dancing on the ball, that time Christina, as Sint Maarten now just looking for a way out. A foul here, and it's a free kick going to Sint Maarten. They get the ball rolling right away. Down the line again, it's cut out once more. Puerto Rico getting bodies around the ball very quickly. Played out wide. This one cut in Fields, looking for options. Roll to the top of the area. A chance to keep it moving. Another blocked shot and out of play. Coming into the box again, looking for some options. The cross into the middle. Cardona able to deal with it, and Puerto Rico able to get this out. Another header upfield. This just stays in play. DeVries. Out wide again. The cross, that may have come off a hand, but instead it'll just be a throw-in here for Sint Maarten. Long throw. Puerto Rico looking through the middle now. Puerto Rico very content just to take this slow. Scoring a couple of goals, although now they've had to wait a little bit longer than they had to on Friday when they scored in the 2nd minute. Cardona looking through the lines. Now Gerald Diaz looking for the long ball over the top to Alec Diaz. Diaz cuts it in, tried to get it towards goal, but it was poked away from behind. Alec Diaz will be one of their target men up front. Him alongside Ricardo Rivera, Wilfredo Rivera making up that front line. Floated over the top, and this will run through for Joel Serrano, and Puerto Rico can start again. It's going to be those moments in transition that will be so important for this Sint Maarten side. It's a team that you can't expect them to have too much of the ball in this game. Remember, we said they had just 32% of the ball last time out against Haiti in the game back in September. They had just 31% of the ball in their other win against Aruba, a 2-0 win. They did have 56% of the ball in that game. And they were really on top of Aruba. Now Sint Maarten looking to start from the back with the goalkeeper Tyrell Richardson. Sint Maarten looking to come forward here. This one cut in field. Still looking for another shot, blocked. Well, Sint Maarten just trying to get something going in the attack here early on. Couple of shots so far for Puerto Rico, just one. Here's another opportunity, dipping towards goal, but it was always going wide. A couple of chances from outside the box now for Sint Maarten, and trying to give Puerto Rico something to think about again here early on. Good effort from outside the area. Serrano had that one covered, and he was able to see it out of play. A whistle and a free kick going the way of Sint Maarten. Very warm day here in Oranjestad, Aruba. Temperatures 91 degrees Fahrenheit. On the set piece, this ball driven in. Another header away. It was not tall enough to find a white shirt. And now it's a foul against Puerto Rico. It looked to be just shoulder to shoulder there from Ricardo Rivera and Dwayne Senaquoye. And it will be another set piece opportunity coming for Sint Maarten. Didn't seem to be a whole lot in that, but maybe a bit of the extended arm caught the referee's eye. Ball floated in, and an easy catch for Joel Serrano. So much of this Sint Maarten side playing in the Netherlands, the various levels, mostly in the lower levels, although Ilunga Pata, who gets the start today, he plays for Sheriff Tiraspol, which is a team that competed in UEFA Champions League and Europa League, Conference League over the last few years. The 23-year-old has earned 11 caps coming into this window for Sint Maarten. That's Tees Kersies who's down. So a stoppage in play to tend to the injured Sint Maarten player. That'll be a drop ball to get things back in play. So far, it's been Sint Maarten that has had the lion's share of possession so far. A couple of shots in the game, but not a whole lot of grade A chances to speak of. Sint Maarten trying to have a little bit more of the ball than they've had in previous games. That wind is also making it a factor today. Looking upfield, a deflected pass, and Sint Maarten able to get this back at midfield. Turn back to Sergio Hughes. Remember, no changes into the starting lineup today for Sint Maarten. Gonna play long in behind, headed away. Sint Maarten now able to get this back in their control with Elmer de Vries. De Vries looking infield, trying to play it down the line for Pata, who is making the run forward. Collected again in the middle by Gerritsen. Now he lays it off. De Vries. His pass loose and turned over. Puerto Rico now trying to look upfield. It's floated over the top. Good defending there by Sergio Hughes, denying Ricardo Rivera. Again, played into the corner now for Sint Maarten. Christina tries to cut it infield. Couldn't connect the pass, and Puerto Rico now can look to play out. Here's Wilfredo Rivera. Rivera looking through the middle, again blocked down by Hughes. And it's Sint Maarten who get it back under their control. Sint Maarten just passing it around the back, looking for a way forward. Now they find one with Christina. Comes in field, good defending by Cardona. Now Puerto Rico can look upfield. Rivera just floating it towards goal and out of play. I guess you put it up in the wind and you never know what's going to happen, but that was well off the mark. Play this in towards the corner and out of play. Both teams just struggling to really get things going in this game today. The heat, the wind, all playing a factor through 20.5 minutes. Puerto Rico trying to get something going. Sint Maarten coming right back the other way. Imar Court leading the break. Court looking in fields. And his pass off the mark and turned over. Floated through the middle again. Sint Maarten trying to get something started, but it's at the feet now of Nico Cardona. He rolls it through the middle. Alec Diaz progressing. Flicked ahead and then flicked away. Sint Maarten get it back. Over the top, and it will be played back. And now they can start again, Puerto Rico. Floating up in the wind again, and still nothing doing. Again, Sint Maarten looking upfield. It's been a difficult task. They've had a few of these sorts of set pieces. Imar Court brought down, and it's another free kick on the way for Sint Maarten. Rosario, the guilty party this time. It's another set piece on the way. And it will be Amat Carrillo to stand over it. Amat Carrillo plays it into the corner. Chance to cross for Pata. And that is not how Sint Maarten was hoping that sequence would go. Nothing coming as it's straight out of play. Puerto Rico looking over the top this time. Alec Diaz helping to win the header. Now looks like the flag up for offside and end of the threat for Puerto Rico. Both teams just really struggling to get things going. And a stoppage in play here after about 25.5 minutes. Because of the warm temperatures today, there will be a cooling break in each half, and it will be taken right now. So nothing to split these two sides. 3 shots for Sint Maarten, 2 for Puerto Rico. The possession just about even. Both goalkeeper haven't had to do much in this game so far. And there just has not been much attack in this game. You wonder if both teams are just trying to feel each other out to see what today is going to look like after they played each other just a few days ago. It was a 3-2 win for Sint Maarten on that day. plenty of shots to go around. It is definitely not the same sort of game that it was then. In the first half, there were 9 shots for Sint Maarten, 4 for Puerto Rico. At the end of the game, it was 16-11 in favor of shots to Sint Maarten. Puerto Rico just have not been able to play the game that they probably want to play. This is a Puerto Rican side that has made it into Gold Cup preliminary matches. They've been right on the doorstep of the Gold Cup, but remember, the team that finishes second in these groups will go to those Gold Cup preliminary games based on ranking. While the teams that finish in first place in League B, you go up to League A and you get to qualify for the Gold Cup. So a lot on the line for these two teams today, with a game for each of these teams lurking against Haiti coming in the November window. A win today could do a lot of good. Right now, both Sint Maarten and Puerto Rico, their goal difference is -3. Sint Maarten, though, sitting on 6 points. Puerto Rico only on 3. Long over the top. Nothing doing for Puerto Rico. They've not been able to really play through possession so far today. It's been a lot of long balls. Interesting change from what we've seen in previous matches with Aruba, or pardon me, with Sint Maarten here in Aruba. And that is, they are playing with a little bit more possession than they have been in previous matches. And I'm sure that's something Charlie Trout and Puerto Rico are going to want to change as this game continues on. Infield. Puerto Rico taking it slow. Laid off here. Antonetti Lopez. And eventually just put out of play. And this is just not what they are looking for here, Puerto Rico, in this first half. Through a half hour, they have created very little in a game that they have to be considered favorites in. Trying to drive forward, stepping in, Denoyer to get it away. Another whistle, and this will go the other way to Sint Maarten. At it here, just Bit too much there from Gerald Diaz on Aymar Court. So a free kick going Sint Maarten's way, and they're slow to put it back into play here. Again, trying to cut this infield. Bit of a heavy touch there by Pata, and possession turned over. He gets back to his feet. And now Puerto Rico looking over the top. It's just too close to Tyrell Richardson. Able to keep the ball moving. Christina out wide for Pata. Coming in fields. And now possession back to Puerto Rico. Contact right in front of the Sint Maarten bench. It ends up out of play. I think probably deserves to go to Puerto Rico anyway, but now it's Sint Maarten asking for a whistle at the end of that as Amat Carrillo went down. Look at the end of this play. Rosario and Amat Carrillo coming together. Lead into the corner. That's the way the wind is blowing, which is why it takes it out, but it's a throw-in deep in that corner. Looks like it's coming in diagonally from the far left corner flag to this one, straight across the field from left to right. Coming through the middle again and cleared away. Play out from the back. It's a loose pass, and it runs all the way into the corner now. Puerto Rico in a tough spot as they look to play out. Rosario lost it out of play. Good pressure from Sint Maarten. And now a throw-in coming. Long throw-in, chested in fields. Again, nothing doing for this Sint Maarten attack. Rico just trying to keep it on the deck here. Ricardo Rivera runs it out of play, and a throw into Sint Maarten. Another look at it here. Didn't look like Rivera touched that one. The top, and the header away. Another cross coming in the middle. On the turn, the shot didn't get through. Puerto Rico trying to play it out. That was a risky pass, and now it just has to be played out of bounds. Long throw. Bouncing in the box. No whistle. Joel Serrano is there to claim it. look here. On the turn, there's nothing doing. A whistle and a free kick. Looking infield, that avenue blocked off. Marquardt the target. Joel Serrano played it towards that far touchline. The wind helping it stay in play. Now it's out, and it's a throw-in going to Puerto Rico. Again. And Puerto Rico have not had much luck. That's another whistle. And it might be the game's first yellow card. Darren Rios will have his name taken. So a yellow card given here for this infraction. Yeah, that's just a bit clumsy coming from behind, trying to stop that promising attack. And Rios into the book, the game's first yellow card. Up, down the line, DeVries gets the cross away, floating up. Oh, the bicycle kick is wide. There was a good connection made by Quentin Christina, but he could not put it on target. Hanging up in that wind, that surface coming in. The timing even just to get onto this, really spectacular, but could not put it on target. What an opportunity that could have been for Sint Maarten. Full bike there. Maybe something here. Rivera bouncing off of bodies. Now Alec Diaz taking off the ball. Flicked ahead. Here's Diaz. Another chance to cross. It's cut back. Rosario. Rosario, you can just see when you send the ball in the air, it is going to take off into the wind. That had some wicked movement on it after it was taken. Look at this one. Yeah, it just took off once it went into the air. Now Sint Maarten trying to create something of their own. Carrillo on the ball. He's their talisman. 2 goals, 2 assists so far in this edition of Nations League. Moved out wide, getting end line. It's cut across towards the penalty spot, and Puerto Rico able to carry it out. Final 3 minutes of this first half. Trying to step forward now. It's turned over in the middle. Gerald Diaz wins it back. He looks forward. Again, that wind. This just has to be put out of play. Puerto Rico under just a little bit of duress. Joel Serrano had to abort mission there. Over the top, Ricardo Rivera's onto it. The more experienced players on this Puerto Rican side. It comes in field, chance to shoot, and it finds the corner. Puerto Rico have grabbed the opening goal through Gerald Diaz after a first half where they had very few chances. They get one going forward, and all of a sudden, it's 1-0. Rivera did so well just to be patient and cut it back. A fortunate deflection, it has to be said, for Gerald Diaz as he rolls it into the corner. Diaz now with 2 goals in this edition of Nations League. And he gets his first goal in this October window. Now Puerto Rico on the board first. Goal that they had been waiting for, and they finally get one to go. Just before halftime, a bit of a twist to the tail. Gerald Diaz, who's one of the domestic-based players, we're into 2 additional minutes. He is the 25-year-old from Caguas, Puerto Rico. Currently plays for Academia Quintana in Puerto Rico. This is exactly what head coach Charlie Trout would have wanted in terms of result. Maybe performance, not quite there. But now Puerto Rico has the goal that would take them above Sint Maarten in the standings. So much riding on this game today. Both come in with a -3 goal difference. This would also take these teams level in the standings should the scoreline remain as such. Floated forward. Serrano comes to claim. Possession has been fairly even, if not even a little bit swayed to Sint Maarten in this game. But Sint Maarten, they have their 5 shots, but none of them on target. Puerto Rico currently sitting on 5 shots and 2 of them on target. And the first half whistle has come. Well, it wasn't much in this game, to be fair. A few half chances for both sides. The wind has wreaked havoc on this game so far, but right at the end, Puerto Rico able to find a moment coming forward. A fortunate deflection for Gerald Diaz. And all of a sudden, we have reached the break here from Oranjestad Aruba. It's Puerto Rico 1 and Sint Maarten 0.
Scored at halftime is Puerto Rico 1, Sint Maarten 0.
Getting set for the second 45 minutes of action today from Stad Aruba and Trinidad Stadium. It's Concacaf Nations League action, League B, Group C, between Puerto Rico and Sint Maarten. One sub to tell you about at the break. It's Steven Echeverria who will enter this game. Coming out will be Ignacio Antonetti Lopez. Steven Echeverria, who currently plays in the USL Championship for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks in the United States, appeared for 56 minutes the other day against Sint Maarten. That is the lone halftime change. Just waiting on the whistle, and we can get this second half underway. There it is, and here we go. 45 more minutes in this October international window for both Puerto Rico and Sint Maarten. A lot to play for Puerto Rico. Maybe more the onus is on them today to get something out of this game because they are 3 points behind Sint Maarten in the standings. Now an opportunity to right that wrong from Friday and losing to Sint Maarten. Well, Sint Maarten will hope to get something out of this game to be able to keep that 3-point advantage going into the November window as this shot is taken from distance and out of play. Alec Diaz trying his luck and not able to connect. Sint Maarten trying to get something going in this second half. They had a little bit more of the ball than they've had in previous matches in that first 45 minutes. It didn't really amount to much, however. As this one will be out for a goal kick. Of the 5 shots, none of them on target for Sint Maarten. Now Puerto Rico will look to play out on the deck. Rivera progressing it forward. There's Echeverria. Echeverria, the 28-year-old, just a couple of caps in his career for Puerto Rico. Recalled, though, in this window. And played 56 minutes the other day, gets 45, you'd think, here this afternoon. Play, and it will be a throw-in going to Puerto Rico. Floated up towards goal, bouncing once and taken by Tyrell Richardson. Remember, the wind is really playing havoc. Down the line, trying to cut this back is Tenakoye, and he'll have to. Nothing doing there for Sint Maarten initially. This comes infield, it slipped down the line. Court moves it out. The cross deflected as it came back through. And Puerto Rico now looking to play out, although there's some contact there. And it's going to be advantage being played to Sint Maarten here. This ball kept on the deck, and in the end, nothing doing. Searching, and now having to turn it back. Played down the line, Alec Diaz, as it touched out of play by Lunga Pata. With throw-in coming now for Puerto Rico, 5 minutes into this second half. Puerto Rico really in no rush. The margin is a little bit finer in this game today. Deflection out of play, and a throw-in going to Sint Maarten. Puerto Rican defense has been a tough nut to crack today for Sint Maarten. Remember, there's still another game to come up tonight in League B Group C. That will be Haiti and Aruba right here. The other two teams who played on Friday will take to the field again here today. As this cross fired in towards the top of the 6-yard box, the clearance away. And it's another throw-in coming for Sint Maarten. Floated forward, getting to the end line, and again cut out. Puerto Rico, a deeper defensive posture here. Looking infield again, it's laid off. Kerses has to move it all the way out wide. Another cross coming in, back post! Did that one go in? It did! Sint Maarten equalize. It is 1-1. There was some confusion there at the back. It was almost saved off the line. It was so close. Nico Cardona couldn't keep it out. And Sint Maarten have their equalizer just after halftime. Goal awarded to Quentin Christina. Nico Cardona was so close to keeping that one out. The AR on the far side, along with the referee's help, able to say that that did go over the line. Quentin Christina gets his goal. A 29-year-old with his first international goal. And that is 1-2, remember, there for Christina. Quentin Christina, who plays in the Netherlands, actually represented Curaçao at various youth levels. Now is changed over here to Sint Maarten. Now here comes Puerto Rico forward. The referee was right on top of that. No whistle for a penalty. And the clearance away. And a red card has been given to the Puerto Rico head coach, Charlie Trout. Wow. Must have said the magic word, and now he'll get his money's worth as he comes off the field. So he'll miss the second half of this game, and then he'll also miss Puerto Rico's game against Aruba on November 15th. Well, Puerto Rico, frustration evident, as I don't think Trout thinks maybe that goal went in, but it looked like Trout was given a red card there. Coming forward and through the middle again, the clearance away. It's a corner kick given. Alec Diaz saying, I was just clattered into. Not a corner kick on the way for Puerto Rico. A look at this shout for penalty. It's tough. Well, Rivera was definitely leaning into Sergio Hughes, but is that enough to point to the spot or not? Stoppage here with Games stepping in to make sure everybody's keeping their hands to themselves. The in-swinging ball batted away by Richardson. It's still not completely gone. Puerto Rico trying to keep it alive. As it's floated forward again, hanging up in the wind. Richardson is bumped. A big collision there between him and Cardona. And the referee will go to his pocket. It's a yellow card for Nico Cardona. Definitely got his hands to it first to Tyrell Richardson. Then the contact came. Richardson being tended to now. Richardson back on his feet, and he will continue on. Floated forward. And Now, maybe something on for Sint Maarten, but it was Amat Carrillo who has been a bit quiet today in this game. Has not been able to get things going so far for Sint Maarten. Still about a third of this game to go. Initial cross blocked. Sint Maarten will try to go again. Floated forward and hanging up in the wind. Joel Serrano able to play that to perfection. This will go the other way. And now there's some jawing here after the play. It'll be a quick conversation between Tena Quoye. Now the referee will come over and talk with the AR here to see if there should be anything handed out here. Here it is. With a little kick out at the end by Ricardo Rivera. It'll be a free kick for Sint Maarten. No substitution coming. 2 subs coming onto the fields. Enrique Nieves and Jaden Cervania coming on. Nico Cardona and Darren Rios will exit. Now the captain coming off. Both players on yellow cards are the ones exiting here. Subs 2 and 3 of the day. The assumption is that it is Igor Stjepik who is stepping in now as the coach. He is listed on the roster as the assistant coach. And a couple of subs now coming here. Gerwin Lake will be coming on. And so will Oliver Hobgood. Tees Kersey's will be exiting the fields as one of those subs as well. Gerwin Lake, 18 goals in his international career. In the last edition of Nations League, he was the leading scorer. Played through the middle. The header won by Sint Maarten. Now there's Wilfredo Rivera. Rivera cuts it in. The challenge will put it out of play. Quentin Christina, who is officially the goal scorer. Those goals coming just about 10 minutes apart in terms of game time. The 44th and 54th minutes. This has gotten this game back level at 1. Clearance out to midfield. One back in the middle by Adrian Rosario. Puerto Rico trying to look upfield. Over the top again, Emar Court. A whistle here, and it's a foul against Court. They must have changed the sub because Cardona is still on the field here. Now coming in field, here's a shot, and it's taken in by Tyrell Richardson. And there is Darren Rios to take that shot. Apologies. Both those players that we said were coming off are still on the field. We'll try to track down those subs here for good. Over the top. And now Sint Maarten looking in field. The cross coming in, chested down, laid off, and the shot's over the bar. Kay Garrettson was crashing in. And nothing doing there for Sint Maarten. A close chance there. Now Joel Serrano comes away with it for Puerto Rico. Another sub preparing here is Tashawn Illich. Won't happen quite yet, but he is standing at midfield readying to come on. Field again, Court. Good challenge put in there by Cardona. Court carries on. Across to the back post. This will bounce all the way into the corner. And Rivera will come over to claim it here for Puerto Rico. That ball running out of play. And a throw-in coming. There will also be that substitution that we talked about. And coming off the field will be Kay Garrettson, the captain, where Sint Maarten is exiting. Now, Tashawn Illich will come on. Illich, who plays for FC Den Bosch in the Netherlands. A third sub in a second window. Can confirm that the red card given to head coach Charlie Trout was for dissent following the Sint Maarten goal. I had a feeling that's what the case was. Not exactly sure that went all the way over the line was Charlie Trout. I think the pictures do tell us that as well. But from what the AR and referee were able to confer with, did go over the line from their perspectives, which at the end of the day is all that matters. A free kick now for Puerto Rico past the midway point of this second half. This towards the top of the area. Now it's lifted in. The heads go up and it's headed away. But it is a foul against Puerto Rico, and back to Sint Maarten. touched out of play, and a throw-in coming now for this Sint Maarten side that has gotten the equalizer in this second half. They're hanging right in this game. Played through the corner. Cross in and dealt with again in the middle by Puerto Rico. Moved out wide. Another chance to cross. It comes in and it's taken. It's Joel Serrano yet again in goal. Both teams looking for some chances in these final 20 minutes. This has not been a game full of them. The wind has definitely played a factor. Rolled out wide. Another chance to cross. As the heads goes up, it's knotted down. Moved out wide again. Towards the top of the area, and Sint Maarten win it back. Laid down the line. And a throw-in coming for Sint Maarten. Another stoppage here, and it will be for our second half cooling break. Temperatures at kickoff in the 90 degrees Fahrenheit range, which is why teams will take a few minutes of a break here. So far in this game, a goal in the first half, a goal in the second half. Chances have been fairly even overall. 6 shots apiece. Just a couple of them on target. Here's another look at the goal. It was so close. Nico Cardona trying to keep it out. All the Puerto Rico players saying no goal, but the AR saying yes, that is a goal. Really tough to tell from these camera angles, and with all the bodies in there as well. That is what the AR and the referee decided, and thus that is the decision given on the field. Players back out on the field after the cooling break and ready for these final 17+ minutes. So back to play. Throw-in coming in. And Sint Maarten trying to stay on the front foot in this second half. comes Puerto Rico, trying to make something happen. Looking in field, it runs all the way off to the far side. And that's when Pata able to win it back. Enrique Nieves currently plays for Minnesota United 2. Jaden Cervania with North Carolina FC, the two players that came on most recently for Puerto Rico. So much influence from teams in the United States in terms of where these players for Puerto Rico play. Final 15 minutes. Free kick for Sint Maarten just inside their own half. It's floated forward. The wind has died down maybe just a little bit. It was really whipping early on. It was about 20 miles per hour at kickoff. You can still hear it whipping around as well. Stepping through the middle is Rivera, trying to play it ahead for Nieves. And taken in by Tyrell Richardson. Rico looking through the lines again. This just has not been the same sort of game that we saw on Friday. Both teams with double-digit shots in that game. Chances, and now trying to catch the goalkeeper off his line. Joel Serrano was nearly in trouble there. Boy, that could have been an absolute disaster for Puerto Rico. The onus has got to be on Puerto Rico to find something out of this game today. 3 points behind Sint Maarten coming into play. What are they going to find in these last 12 minutes? Nieves. Nieves cutting it back in field. Echeverria, Cervania. Now here's Echeverria finding space in the middle. Puerto Rico trying to show its patience. Echeverria. And now Rivera trying to turn it upfield. It's a whistle and a free kick going back to Sint. Sint Maarten trying to take some time on the ball. I think if you ask Sint Maarten coming into play today, it would be okay, they would be okay with a point out of this game. It would still keep the advantage over Puerto Rico by 3 points going into those final two games where both teams play Haiti, the presumptive favorites in this group. Haiti still to play tonight against Aruba. For Puerto Rico, they can find 3 points out of this game. That would be a major plus. yellow card is coming out here. And that will go to Wilfredo Rivera. And another free kick going back to Sint Maarten. Rivera asking why. And this is why right here. Hard to tell based on that look. Connecting, it looked like with Oliver Hobgood. Sint Maarten send it upfield. Race forward into the corner. It's taken by Court. Back towards the top of the area. And eventually possession turned over. Now Wilfredo Rivera. Rivera trying to get end line. Rivera goes down. Oh, it's a penalty! A point to the spot from the referee. And Puerto Rico a chance to take the lead. I was just about to say, I thought he went down a little bit easy, but let's see it here. There is that push in the back. And when you do something like that, you put your hand right on his number. You give the referee no choice but to point to the spot. And that's exactly what it is now for Puerto Rico. A chance to take the lead here late on. And it will be Ricardo Rivera to step to the spot. Wow, what a moment here. Dwayne Tenakwoye with the foul in the box, and now Ricardo Rivera a chance to take the lead. Just picked up the yellow card, Wilfredo Rivera, and then he says, okay, I'll try to make something happen. He does. And now a penalty for Puerto Rico, and a pressure-packed penalty. A chance to give Puerto Rico the lead, and he does. Ricardo Rivera scores. It is 2-1 Puerto Rico. Rivera, cool as you like, wasn't even looking at the ball, looked at the goalkeeper fly the other way, and slotted it into the right corner. So Puerto Rico has regained the lead here in Aruba. And substitutions coming. It's the end of the day for Emar Court. It will be Len Bleeker, the first player to come on. It will also be Kyle Richards coming onto the field. That is Noe Hernandez, a 19-year-old, entering for Puerto Rico. And now we are ready to go. Now the final subs being used for Sint Maarten. Still one more sub available for Puerto Rico to use. Bleeker comes on, another 19-year-old who plays in the Netherlands. Noe Hernandez, who plays college soccer in the United States for DePaul. A long throw coming in, bouncing around. Comes back through the middle, Tenakwoye. Some contact there at the top of the area, no whistle as it ends up out of play. Long throw-in set up here for Sint Maarten with 5 minutes to go. Does it bounce once? It's out of play again. Now another opportunity on a long throw. Dwayne Tenakoye, the long throw, hanging up in that wind. Sint Maarten able to keep it. Dwayne Tenakoye again. Sent all the way back out to midfield. Sint Maarten trying to move it ahead, but it's instead in the possession of Puerto Rico. Now sent all the way back to Tyrell Richardson. Is there something left in this game for Sint Maarten? Some contact there, no whistle. Bit of a heavier challenge. It goes to Puerto Rico. Sint Maarten looking to come forward again. Taken away in the middle, and now a foul. This one goes against Gerwin Lake. Free kick, Puerto Rico. 3 minutes to go. Floated forward and into the corner. Cut back for Rios. Weaving through is Rivera. Big contact there, but play on, says the referee. Comes to the end line, it's cut across and taken by Tyrell Richardson. Wonder if the referee was maybe just playing advantage there. Otherwise, you'd think that that would be a foul. Weaving through, cutting it upfield. Quentin Christina, the goal scorer. And another yellow card coming out here. And this will go to the substitute, Noe Hernandez. Hernandez just on the field and now picking up again. Now setting up for the free kick. Sergio Hughes standing over it. Not many more chances left in this game. Hughes clips it up. There's a player down for Puerto Rico as Joel Serrano flies in to claim it. Closing in on stoppage time here momentarily. Clearance upfield and out of play. All right, getting into the final 5 minutes. That's how much Sint Maarten has left to try to find a goal. Out of play, a throw into Puerto Rico, and they will be in no rush to take it. Not even a black shirt coming over to try to take it. Jaden Cervania will get this back in play. Keeps walking up that touchline. Now gets it in, long down the line. Sint Maarten win it back. 4 minutes to go. Stays in play. Challenge put in on Hernandez. He has to be careful on a yellow card now. Being tangled up. Which way is this going? Has to go to Puerto Rico. And Hernandez excited about that one against Tishawn Illich. These teams just played each other on Friday, so I'm sure there's a lot in this game still between the two. It should be a free kick here for Puerto Rico. There's a replay of the red card. It was not to Charlie Trout. It was to one of the assistants, it appears. Charlie Trout did not get a red card. It was one of those assistants that picked one up instead. Out of play. It's a corner kick given to Puerto Rico. Play it in short now, just trying to hold it there in the corner. Out for a throw into Sint Maarten with under 2 minutes to go. Played down the line. The other two games that each of these teams will play in November will be against Aruba and Haiti. And that will be the matchup coming up later tonight right here in Orania Stad, Aruba. A free kick on the way. Some pushing away from the ball. Everybody back on their feet. Now a free kick coming for Sint Maarten. One of their last chances of this game. A sub coming here. We'll see Jamar Diaz, the 19-year-old, entering here late on. Final sub of the game. Alfredo Rivera exiting as this floats into the end line. The wind helping to keep that alive. Joel Serrano comes to claim it. Now a player down is Joel Serrano. That collision there long after he had already picked up the ball by Ilunga Pata. All right, drop ball, we're through the minimum of 5 minutes. Can't be much time left in this game now. Bouncing into the corner, it's a goal kick. Just waiting on the whistle now from the referee. Sint Maarten still with more opportunities in this game. Christina cuts it back. Hobgood playing it through the middle. Puerto Rico get it back to midfield. And that is full time. Puerto Rico, a gritty win today as they exact a bit of revenge after the 3-2 loss on Friday. They get the job done today, and after this October window, both Puerto Rico and Sint Maarten are level on 6 points apiece. 2-2 after 4 matches as Puerto Rico come away with the 3 points today. Still one more game to come up tonight. It's Aruba and Haiti, but it's full time here from Oranjestad. It finishes Puerto Rico 2, Sint Maarten 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score is Puerto Rico 2, Sint Maarten 1. Thank you for coming to the 2024-2025 Concacaf Nations League
Full-time highlights from Oranjestad Aruba in Trinidad Stadium. Concacaf Nations League action, League B, Group C. Puerto Rico taking on Sint Maarten. These teams met on Friday. It was a 3-2 win for Sint Maarten. Turning around just a few days later and doing it again. It was not a lot in the first 45 minutes. A physical game, a chance for a bicycle kick here by the eventual goal scorer, Quentin Christina, but he couldn't get that one to go. There would be one moment, though, in the first half for Puerto Rico, and it would come from Ricardo Rivera setting up Gerald Diaz. A fortunate deflection and then a clinical finish into the corner. Able to beat Tyrell Richardson. Second goal of Nations League for Gerald Diaz. And it was Puerto Rico on the board first this afternoon. Puerto Rico trying to take that advantage into the second half as well. Had some opportunities coming forward. This was a bit of a moment of contention. Did that go over the line? It was ruled a goal for Quentin Christina. Just over the line according to the AR and the referee, and it counts as the equalizer. And then later in the game, the penalty, a point to the spot, Wilfredo Rivera. And then Ricardo Rivera steps up. Rivera earned the whistle. And then Rivera steps up, and that would end up being the game-winning goal. There would be some chances towards the end for Quentin Christina and Sint Maarten. And that would be full time as Puerto Rico win it 2-1. Full-time stats, it was a pretty even game overall. Not a ton of chances. There were double-digit shots for both teams on Friday when Puerto Rico and Sint Maarten played, but today a bit of a different game, cagey, and just not quite the same. But in the end, it is Puerto Rico that come away as 2-1 winners. That will do it for our coverage for this first game between Puerto Rico and Sint Maarten. Aruba and Haiti will come up later at 8 o'clock Eastern Time tonight. For our entire crew, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long. We'll talk to you a little bit later on for Haiti versus Aruba. But first, it is Puerto Rico 2-1.